everybody? How's it going? Welcome back to Cosmic Culture and to Cosmic Culture's weekly live podcast Culture Catch-Up, where we talk all things major movie and television news, theories, breakdowns, and much, much more live with you guys, where your guys' input is, very important because we talk about whatever you guys are interested in. And quite frankly, there is so much going on in the movie world between Eternals coming out and so much other stuff. It's pretty crazy. So we're going to be covering all of that. Make sure you have your questions ready. The topics really are up to you guys. However, lots of Spider-Man news. Stranger Things dropped a ton of information today. Eternals came out this week. So much we can discuss and talk about. I'm going to go ahead and say hi to a bunch of you guys. Michael, how you doing? TT, Stop the Shorts. How you guys doing? Human Torch, welcome to the chat. All of you guys dropping in. Ben, welcome back. John Hoffman, member of the channel. Thank you for joining as well. Kim, 26th Century. All of you guys, thank you all for joining in today. So make sure you get your thoughts, your questions, your ideas all pulled up because we're going to be talking about what you guys are excited for. Michael already throwing something out. Says, hey, do you think the trailer is next Tuesday? So the current information I have regarding, the biggest question in movie news right now is the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer. The insider that I talked to has informed us 15th through the 20th is the current target date for the release of the trailer. Now, it's always a difficult topic when you're trying to figure out about trailer release dates because they change any minute. It was supposed to come out on the 2nd. Disney and Sony had a disagreement. They had an argument, and it got postponed, and they released Morbius instead. But it was supposed to come out on the 2nd instead of Morbius. So things change, but at the moment, 15th to the 20th is the target release date. We're supposed to be getting the official release of the official poster today. Granted, they did give us a poster sort of on an Australian bus somewhere in Australia. And a lot of people are really starting to feel like that is actually the official trailer. Poster. But not much to it. If it is the case, it does look really cool, but not a lot of information on it. Gabe, it's not coming out on the 12th. And I'll tell you why. That's Disney Plus Day. November 12th, 2 years ago, is when Disney Plus launched. And this year they're doing an event called Disney Plus Day where they're going to have a whole, announcement of new stuff coming to Disney Plus. They're releasing a lot of stuff like Shang-Chi's coming out and a few other things. So it will not be getting... I don't think they'll be doing the trailer on Disney Plus Day. There's no way that they would be like, yeah, Sony, go ahead and release it over our big event we're trying to get people to watch, because nobody's going to watch it. They're all going to be talking about the trailer. So it's not happening the 12th. You know that I am the best, right? Sure, Dev, you can be the best. Call myself Cosmic Thor. Do I look like Thor? Maybe a little bit. Hey, Chris, you're coming, fam. How you doing, Collis? Thank you for joining. What villains are going to be in No Way Home? Well, based off of what I've heard, we're going to have 5 villains. The villains are going to be Green Goblin, Doc Ock, Electro, Sandman, and the Lizard. The current rumor is that's it. And I don't know if that rumor is being spread by Sony so that we stop trying to figure out who the 6th villain is. Because I don't know why you'd stop at 5 when you're this close to the Sinister Six, and you have options between Vulture or, pick any of the Spider-Man villains we've talked about, even Venom that's in the MCU now. There are options. So I feel like I don't know if I believe we're stopping at 5, but the word on the street is that they are stopping at 5. Okay, talk about Spider-Man Lotus. You mean Lois? Talk about Spider-Man Lotus. What is that? What do I think the poster will show? The poster's not going to show 3 Spider-Man. The official poster is not going to show 3 Spider-Man. Maybe they'll drop another official poster after the movie releases or after the trailer if they show the Spider-Man in the trailer, but I'm hearing they're not even dropping... You're not going to see the Spider-Man in the trailer. That was the big argument Sony and Disney got into. Sony wanted to release the full arsenal. They wanted to show everything. And Kevin Feige and Disney were like, no, we don't. We want to save that for a cinematic experience. So there was a huge argument and we didn't get a trailer. It sounds like Disney won, and they will not be revealing the 3 Spider-Men in the trailer. So they definitely will not be doing it on the poster as well. Ace, how you doing? I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. Unless they're trying to trick people and keep people off guard, it's all a big distraction. Well, you have to keep in mind, Gabe, Disney cares more about... Disney has more stuff to care about than just Marvel. Yes, Marvel makes them a ton of money. Yes, Marvel is arguably the most popular franchise in the world right now, but they are also responsible for a ton of different franchises. So I don't feel like they would lie to all of the fans of Pixar and Star Wars and all of this other stuff just to hide a secret about a trailer that they don't even have 100% control over. I really just don't. So Disney Plus Day is 100% an event that is happening, and I don't see the trailer dropping the same day. All right, I'm trying to catch up. Y'all very excited, dropping lots of questions. Peter Griffin should be in Spider-Man No Way Home. Interesting thought. Mysterio was the sixth. Well, Mysterio, in my opinion, isn't dead. So maybe Mysterio shows up at the end, you know? I don't personally believe that he's dead. He's Mysterio. Are the posters that everybody's seeing fan art? That's a good question, John. I don't think so. There's a ton of fan art posters out there, and I'll pull up the poster if you guys want to see it. Let me switch to, let's do some finagling here real quick. Let's do display capture 2. Nope, not that. Let's do full. Aha, I did it. Now let's do minimize you. Let's pull up a new window here. Let's see if we can find Spider-Man No Way Home bus poster. If it doesn't pop up, it's definitely on my Twitter. So No Way Home images. There it is. Okay, so this is, oh, come on, just show me the poster. This is the bus. You can see. And the poster that's on this here is the poster that everybody is saying is official. Now, this poster is popping up on a bunch of different buses. It's not just this one. It's several and different versions of it, a horizontal version of it taking up the whole side of a bus. So these posters are what everybody is saying are the official posters that they're paying to have on these Australian buses, whether somebody made a mistake and jumped the gun. You know, I don't know anybody that would be paying to have this poster put on a bus. I wouldn't. I love Spider-Man. I'm excited and I want to get people excited, but I'm not paying my own money to put a poster on the side of a bus. So somebody paid for the advertisement. It doesn't reveal anything. It has the same background from the trailer. Obviously, they're leaning into Doc Ock because everybody knows about it. This is actually the same pose that he uses on the bridge scene from the trailer. So a lot of different similarities here. I don't know if this is the official poster. It seems to be an official poster. There's that scene that I was just saying. It's the exact same scene as on the trailer, or in the trailer we saw in the bus scene. So it's a good looking poster. It is definitely convincing enough for me to be real. If they release a different poster now, because this one's been leaked and the excitement's kind of gone, maybe they will do that. I don't know. Is Kevin Feige going to announce Fantastic Four MCU 2022 or 2023? Whenever the Fantastic Four are announced, I imagine they'll be coming out at the earliest 2023. Valentine. I think Mysterio will be the sixth member, and he will end up being Strange. You think Mysterio is going to be Doctor Strange? I don't know that I buy that, but certainly an interesting theory. I will give you that. Certainly an interesting theory. Reorganizing my stuff. All right, let's see what else y'all are saying. Y'all got a lot to say today. That's awesome. Getting a text from my father. Have I seen Tenet? My dad wants to know if I've seen Tenet. Yes, I have. I liked it. It's very Inception-esque. That's my response to my dad about Tenet. Send him a picture that I'm live. Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. Chris, I think, all right, Money Out says, Chris, I think the No Way Home trailer will drop on Tuesday the 16th. That's a week and a half after Eternals and 3-4 days after Disney Plus Day. So I give those announcements a few days to breathe. See, that's a good guess, but your guess is as good as mine. Wasn't Mysterio in Tobey Maguire's universe? Was he? I'm not sure. What's my favorite Spider-Man? You know, that's such a hard question. It's between Tobey and Tom. My favorite Spider-Man is not Andrew. I apologize to the Andrew stans out there. I like what Tom Holland has done with the character, and this is the way I've always said it. I think Tobey Maguire was the best Peter Parker. I think Andrew Garfield was a really good Spider-Man, and I think Tom Holland does the best job being both. So he does the best job being both characters and drawing that excitement, being Peter Parker and being Spider-Man. So I'd probably say Tom Holland. I love what he's done in the MCU. It's just been great. So who do I think will be the sixth villain in No Way Home? Like I was just saying, I don't, at the moment, is rumored that there are only 5. I said I don't know if that's a ploy or not. I don't think Venom will be in it until a post-credit scene, if he's in it at all. But I think Mysterio would make the most sense. Mysterio started everything. This could be some closure. And if Mysterio's alive, obviously Peter didn't kill him, you know. Are there other MJs going to be in the film? There is no official confirmation. There were a lot of rumors that Kirsten Dunst was going to be in it. The girlfriend, the MJ from the original Spider-Man trilogy with Tobey Maguire. But, that's a hard one. I don't know. We don't have any information on that. The movie's 2 hours and I can't remember, 32 minutes long. So not incredibly long. And that's a lot of people to go through. Did we do the giveaway for the Spider-Man figure? Yes, we did. Harrison Coxon won. But we have started another giveaway for another really cool figure that I don't have up here to show you right now. But it's a really cool comic book-esque figure standing on top of a taxi that says the Daily Bugle underneath it. Super, super cool. But we'll be picking a winner for this month's. That was October's. This was November's. So there you go. Are there such a thing as Andrew Garfield stans? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. There are people who love Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. Love Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. I'm not one of those people, and I don't think they're the majority, but there are some people who love it. In my opinion, Andrew's the best, but but I love all. Well, there you go. Emma loves Andrew, and that's okay. I don't mind if you do. He's just not my personal favorite. Do I watch The Canadian Lad or New Rockstars? You know, I do this every day. I work very closely with The Cosmic Wonder, with Warren. I edit all of the videos for his channel. I posted several on mine. I try really hard not to watch outside videos. Not saying that they don't do well. The New Rockstars do a fantastic job. Canadian Lad, I actually was considering editing for him for a while. You know, you have Real Rejects do a great job. There's tons of them. I try not to watch what people put out because I don't want it to affect my thoughts or my theories. Because everything I put out, I want it to be my original thoughts. I don't want to copy what other people are doing. You know, Warren and I, we collaborate a lot. We think and share a lot of ideas back and forth, kind of like a brainstorm. So we share a lot of ideas already. And I don't really want to be on top of that, copying other people. Just because once you hear it, it's hard to get the ideas out your idea. And Eric Voss over New Rockstars has like so many ideas, and it's hard. So that's my reason for that. There's a rumor that if Tommy will come into the MCU, he and MJ will be married and have a kid. That'd be pretty cool. The rumors I've been hearing mostly, I'm sorry, I blinked. The rumors I've been hearing mostly is that they'll be taken exactly from where we saw them, just like the villains. But it's really hard to say. I wouldn't mind seeing it. Chris, so thank you for all the hard work you put into editing videos. I love yours and Warren's work. Thank you, Money. Appreciate it. It's nice to be appreciated, and I'm glad you guys enjoy it. Because honestly, if people ask me what's my favorite part about being a YouTuber and creating content and doing stuff like this, it's the community. It's this podcast on Saturday where I get to talk to you guys. It's all a bunch of fun. And I really, really, really enjoy being able to talk with the people who watch the videos outside of comments. You know, people comment stuff like, oh, I really like this idea, or I hate this idea, or you're clickbaiting, you know, and that's the most interaction I get with people. So being able to do these live events, this weekly podcast that I get to do, and talking with you guys specifically and personally, I know a lot of you guys from this, like Dorian Trussell, you're all over all my videos. So it's nice to be here and actually get to chat with you as well. Can you tell something about rumored Midnight Suns? All that I know personally about Midnight Suns is that it would be awesome. There is no actual evidence or anything that they're going to be doing the Midnight Suns. It was rumored to have an appearance or maybe a post-credit sequence in Doctor Strange: The Multiverse of Madness. They're making a video game about it, which I would assume is to spread awareness about who they are. It is one of my favorite comic book storylines, Midnight Suns. I like the darker tones, Monster Hunters. It's a lot of fun for me. I hope we get a really cool Midnight Suns Disney Plus series or trilogy, whatever. But there is no like official thing I could tell you about that, I'm afraid. Were the titles in the Stranger Things 4 trailer the names of the episodes? I counted 9, so does that mean there are going to be 9 episodes in season 4? Yes, Michael, those were the titles of all the episodes in succession. And then they announced that the series will be coming out summer 2022, which I think we already knew. But yes, that's exactly what that is. Guys, if you remember, I just uploaded a new emote. Jake! Speak of the devil. I literally said, if you remember, and Jake popped up in here. New emotes for members. I love it. I made them. They're so great. Oh, man. I'm going to do it one more time. 3 times. I'm going to spam. That's my new emote that I made for you guys. I love it. We also have Deadpool, Sonic, and the Cosmic Culture logo. What did I miss? Sorry, I was playing Lego Star Wars. That's all right. That's worth it. That's awesome. Lego Star Wars. Do you like it? And what about the Thunderbolts? So the Thunderbolts, sorry to jump ship again. The Thunderbolts is an awesome topic, and I think we're going to be getting, I think we're going to be getting the Thunderbolts. There's no official confirmation of that yet either. But I do want to say it's going to be the Dark Avengers or the Thunderbolts that Valentina is currently grouping together, right? The Dark Avengers is led by Osborn in the comics, Norman Osborn, and the Thunderbolts are led by Thunderbolt Ross, who is Red Hulk, and it also is at times led by Zemo and many others. Corey, thank you for subscribing. So I would prefer to see the Thunderbolts just because we've had Thunderbolt Ross in the MCU since the beginning, and now's the perfect time to prime him into Red Hulk, grab a people out of the raft, get U.S. Agent, get Zemo, get Ghost, Yelena Belova, make a super cool secret task force that are kind of anti-heroes. I think that'd be a blast. Absolutely would be freaking fantastic. What's my favorite MCU movie? People ask me stuff like that and I struggle to answer because the sincerity behind it feels insincere. Because it's hard. How do you compare Eternals to Avengers Endgame? How do you compare Thor Love and Thunder to Captain America? There's so many layers to what these movies have created for us as fans, but I would argue that my favorite is probably Iron Man. I loved the first Iron Man movie. There's literally nothing wrong with it. It is a blast. It is timeless, and it is the beginning of this insane MCU saga that we've gotten. And the story behind when they decided to make Iron Man is just so crazy to me. They thought his action figure would sell the best. That's why they made an Iron Man movie. He wasn't even a very popular comic book character, and a lot of people can't appreciate that because it's been 15 years now of this MCU. But, he didn't have a very, very successful comic book line. So they thought, hey, we could sell action figures. That's how we're going to make money. So let's make a movie, get little kids introduced to Iron Man, and sell some action figures. Well, they did a hell of a lot more than that. And I was one of the people that actually loved Iron Man in the comics. I thought he was a really cool character. And then they made this really awesome movie, which is the staple and the foundation of the MCU for the next 15 years, all leading up to the I Am Iron Man snap. It's absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Jake, let's get wild today. What do you have in mind, my guy? Thank you for the super chat and for supporting. Dorian says, Ian McShane be an epic actor to bring into the MCU. He also did well on John Wick 2 and 3. There's that timeless argument, Dorian, that I think comes from, should Marvel go and find new actors and bring them in? Or should they get famous people to come and play these roles? It's a very hard mix because if somebody's too famous, if somebody went and got, what's the best example? Daniel Radcliffe. Daniel Radcliffe's Harry Potter. If somebody said, hey, Daniel Radcliffe, we want you to be Hobgoblin in the MCU. I don't know if I could look at Daniel Radcliffe and see Hobgoblin, because all I'm going to see is Harry Potter. Because he's just at that point of famousness that it's kind of crazy. Would you want a newer solo Hulk movie to come out? No. It sounds like we're getting one. What was it? World War Hulk. I heard the World War Hulk storyline is happening. And it's a solo Hulk movie. I don't think I would be unexcited. I wouldn't be super, super excited for it either. I'd love to see Worldbreaker Hulk, but I don't know how they could realistically do Worldbreaker Hulk in the MCU without nerfing the hell out of him. World War Hulk is pretty insane too. But the rumors are we're actually getting World War Hulk solo film. And the Universal's on board for it, or the rights transferred back to Marvel. There was rumors about that a long time ago, so we'll have to wait and see. What superheroes do I like but not Marvel characters? I love Batman. I've always loved Batman. I don't even know if I'm actually pointing at it. I've always loved Batman. Flash. I don't like Superman. I hate Superman, actually. I think Superman is the dumbest character ever. Sorry for those of you who love Superman. I think Superman, he's not human. He's perfect. And the only weakness he has is this tiny little rock that comes from his destroyed planet that people always manage to find. I don't like. I think he's boring. John Hoffman, thank you for the super chat. I heard Bruce Campbell was going to play Mysterio in Tobey's movies. Is that true? He was playing a different character in all 3 movies. You know, I actually never heard anything about Mysterio coming into the Raimi movies. That doesn't mean he wasn't going to. Because truth be told, I wasn't probably paying that much attention way back during the Raimi movies. That would have been really cool. I know that Raimi had a crazy cool vision for Spider-Man, and he did the best he could with what options he had at the time. And I'm so glad he's in the MCU now working on different stuff. But no, I didn't actually hear that, but that would have been really cool. Did I watch Eternals? I did watch Eternals. I liked it. I give it a solid B- in the overall superhero MCU movie genre. I think the critics are a bunch of dummies. Riddle me this. Critics go on and on. And critics, keep in mind, isn't Warren, me, other guys on YouTube, Eric Voss. We're not critics. We don't get to make an opinion on these movies early like that. We don't get any say. We're fans. We get to go to some premieres every now and then if there's room for us or if we get invited. But we're not critics. We review movies and we talk to you guys. But, you know, that's the deal. We aren't critics. The critics go on and on and on and on and on and on about Marvel's going to get boring. Marvel needs to change. Marvel needs to be better. Marvel's just doing the same thing over and over again and putting a different superhero in the title. The second Marvel steps off of that beaten path, all of the critics freak out. Well, what are they doing? They've changed the formula. It's not a good movie anymore. What is wrong with Marvel? They're doing all sorts of weird stuff. The second they leave the formulated path and give us something new, they freaked out. And the fan score is fantastic. I think it's pushing upper 80s, almost 90. And the fans are 100% right here. The critics can just... Nobody cares what they even think. I mean, honestly. It's ridiculous. And the movie wasn't perfect, but it was a good movie. And I did a whole review, and honestly, it was one of my favorite reviews I've ever done for a movie. If you haven't seen it, go give it a watch. Comment and let me know you came from Culture Catch Up. I talked in depth about how it might not be your type of movie. You might not like slow lore movies filling you with information and unpacking stuff, but it was a cool movie. And they executed the new formula very, very well. And at the end, and I won't leave any spoilers yet, so I'll give a spoiler warning if I'm about to talk about spoilers. I'm not going to. They give us 3 new directions, 1, 2, 3, and they go off in different directions, and it starts a whole new thing. I have some super chats I need to address. I'm sorry, guys. I was on a little bit of a tangent. Dorian Trussell. I think I'm saying it right with Trussell, unless it's T. Russell. Dorian, thank you for the super chat, saying Tom Holland Spider-Man. Spider-Man assemble. Captain America. Hey, that's my line. It'd be super funny. I love to see the Steve Rogers cameo in Free Guy when he pulled out the shield and he's like, what the? That was really funny. I thought that was really good. I don't think we've seen the end of Steve Rogers either. I think he is on the moon. He's working on the sword base with Nick Fury. But that's my thought. Jake, another $5. He says he was supposed to be Mysterio for sure in the 4th movie. It was a bummer they didn't do a 4th because that would have been a cool reveal. Okay, so there you go. Jake knows. Jake's my backup here on the channel. He's my brother from another mother. The only thing we disagree about is whether or not In and Out tastes good. Otherwise, we agree on everything. I think Sam Raimi universe was supposed to last a lot longer than it did, obviously. The MCU is overwhelmingly taken over what his vision was. You know, he brings up Doctor Strange and all these other characters in his films with plans to introduce Mysterio. Really cool options and attempts there. But I think the excitement of being, you know, in the Raimiverse was crazy. And then it got translated over with Feige to the MCU, and it was just such a smash. Like I said earlier, I'm so glad that Raimi's back because he has such a cool appreciation for Marvel. And he does execute very, very well. So Multiverse of Madness is going to be something special. Yo, Jake using the new emo. All right, let me see what y'all been saying. Sorry. Mysterio was supposed to be arrested at the beginning of Spider-Man 4 there. You do think Phil Coulson could return since the end of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? He's still around, but as the android. So I still don't know what their plans are with the Netflix shows, and I don't know that they do. They have the option to bring them in, but I don't think they want to. I don't think Kevin Feige wants to bring the Netflix shows in. I think they want to do their own way. So I don't know that we'll see Phil Coulson again, because technically, according to canon, he's not alive. You know, he died in the MCU, and they went and revived him in the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. show, and it was cool, and the show was cool. But Kevin Feige addressed it. He said, the things that happen in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. don't happen in the MCU. The things that happen in the MCU happen in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So it's like a one-way relationship. When do I think the Jurassic World Dominion trailer will come out? I can't wait for that movie. I actually haven't heard a thing about that, and it's kind of on the back burner. And I think a lot of movies are scared to drop any information until after December. So movies that aren't coming out before December will wait, I think, until after Spider-Man No Way Home, because this movie is just of a different world. Nobody wants to try to compete against it. Nobody wants to release their trailer and then tomorrow Sony drops theirs and just completely washes over it. So I think a lot of people are going to wait till after December to really start dropping some of that stuff. Chris, about 90% of the theater walked out after the mid-credit scene, and I was laughing and looked at me, and I was like still sitting there. You know, it's funny. Warren and I, we go watch all these movies together, The Cosmic Wonder. We sit there and we're watching this movie. The movie ends, a couple people get up and walk out, and it was a pretty full theater. And we're just sitting there looking at each other like, is this the first Marvel movie you've ever seen? Because I wouldn't have recommended this one first. And then the first post-credit scene, and then half the people get up and walk out. And we're sitting there, and I'm literally like, this is amateur hour. Like, what is going on? So I don't know. That's crazy. Stranger Things 4 should be spring 2022 because it's about spring break, right? LOL. You're completely right, Ryan. But they told us summer 2022. But they had a lot of pushbacks and setbacks. They're still editing. I don't know if they could get it out to us by spring. That might be why. They probably originally wanted it to come out in spring. You're probably right about that. Didn't the actor who played Thunderbolt Ross say he accepted the role because he hoped he would become Red Hulk? The actor has been in for a very, very long time. It's very possible that he said something like that. I'm going to say there's still a lot of chance that he will be playing Red Hulk. I actually highly believe he will be playing Red Hulk. Will Morbius show up in No Way Home? He will not show up in No Way Home. And we don't know where Morbius is right now. You know, I and many others are confused. If Sony's just trying to use the hype of Spider-Man to excite people about their character, or if something else is happening in the background that we don't necessarily understand or appreciate. The difficulty I have with Morbius is, how can it be interesting next to everything going on in the MCU right now? Venom just got translated over to the MCU. You know, Spider-Man No Way Home is happening. Multiverse of Madness is happening. The Eternals just happened. Like, I think Morbius is going to be a cool movie on its own, but it's just hard to get excited about it with everything else happening around it. Hey, Marvel Brights, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. What will we see at Disney Plus Day for Marvel? That's a really good question. I'm hoping to get a teaser trailer or a teaser sequence for She-Hulk. I'm hoping to get some information, maybe a new full-size trailer for Hawkeye, which will be coming out like a week after. Maybe a few more announcements of different shows we'll be getting. A first official look at Moon Knight would be good and ideal. And, you know, after that, who knows? Maybe a Midnight Suns announcement. It's going to be Disney Plus series, right? They're not going to be talking about Marvel movies at Disney Plus Day. And it's also not only about Marvel. It's about all the Disney Plus stuff. So Pixar, Star Wars, National Geographic, all the different stuff that they have going on over at Disney Channel. All the stuff they have happening on Disney Plus will be included there as well. The actor that played Thunderbolt Ross is in the middle of a divorce with his wife, so recast probably. I'm going to say that character's probably pretty integral into moving forward, especially if they're going to be doing Thunderbolts. So I think they're going to probably try to do their best to keep him. That's my thoughts on that. Who's my favorite Fantastic Four character? Probably the Human Torch. He's so cool. He's a super cool guy. I would like them to find a Zac Efron type to play him too. I think he needs to be a good-looking, confident, kind of cocky dude, and I think that'd be a lot of fun. I'm actually kind of a fan of Zac Efron. I know a lot of people don't like him, but I think he's pretty cool. Hey, Chris, do you ship Silky or Locust? I do. I did since the third episode or second episode or whatever, for sure. I don't think it's weird at all. Is that a super chat from Jake? Jake, you're getting a little crazy today. Appreciate it. Says, yeah, the Sony world and Marvel are confusing. Who is in whose universe? Venom and Marvel, Vulture and Morbius. Like, what's going on? I'll tell you what's going on, Jake, and this is my personal opinion. Officially, Sony is trying to ride the hype of the MCU to get people excited about their movies. Some of it they do with permission of Disney. Some of it they don't do with permission of Disney. They name drop and put pictures of Spider-Man in the Morbius movie or trailers to get people excited that, oh, he's going to be involved with Spider-Man. But he's not. They're just trying to get people excited. They don't know how to make good movies. They don't know how to make good trilogies. You know, Kevin Feige goes to Sony and says, hey, you're failing with Andrew Garfield, let me do it, and made the first $1 billion Spider-Man movie. I think what's happening is Sony's a little bit at loss, and they need to ride the hype of Spider-Man No Way Home to get people excited for their other films. That's my opinion. Love yourself. That's good, Jake. Loving yourself's really, really good. But yeah, no, it's not a bad question at all. And I did a video on it. And thank you to all of you guys, by the way. Over the last 2 weeks, my channel's starting to pick up a lot. Going up a lot of subscribers and a lot of views. And I do appreciate it. I've been working really hard on this channel for 2.5 years with, I'll say, very minimal growth. And I say that, you know, appreciating that, you know, 32,000 subscribers was a lot. But I wanted to see that growth. This is my full-time job. I'm depending on not only the income, but the future in it. And over the last 2 weeks, I've had a lot of really good support from you guys who are here, hanging out with me, donating, being members on the channel, just clicking the like button for me. And you guys are giving me an opportunity here that I will cherish as we move forward and continue to talk about all major movie and television news. So thank you so much. Just a little side note there. Yes, I love... Sorry, my whole thing just moved. Yes, I love Zac Efron, underrated actor and is always underestimated, or the High School Musical series and made fun of. You know, it's the exact same thing going on with Robert Pattinson. He did Twilight. Oh, that means he can only do Twilight-esque movies. When he first originally became Batman, everybody freaked out. Have you seen him in Tenet? Have you seen him in The Lighthouse? He's an incredible actor, and he should be appreciated that way. I mean, Zac Efron on Baywatch is Human Torch. Not only physically and the way he looks, the way he acts, the hair, he is the Human Torch. The reason I don't think they'll get Zac Efron is he's actually kind of going through a whole thing right now where I think he's trying to step away from acting a little bit and find a way to help the world in a more positive way. If you caught his Netflix series, oh, what the hell's it called? Super cool series about Earth. He's on the cover of the thumbnail. I can't remember what it's called. Down to Earth. It's called Down to Earth. He does a super, super good job. And he's trying to step away from acting, I think, as much. So I don't know that he's ready to do a 10-year role in the MCU. Hey, Chris, is Blade in the Eternal post-credit scene? Spoiler alert. Click away. You have 3 seconds. 100% confirmed by the director herself. Blade was the voice we heard at the end of of the Eternals film. So when Dane Whitman is looking at the Ebony Blade, he hears the voice behind him saying, "Are you sure you're ready for this?" Warren and I have originally thought that it was actually the Watcher, and we were like, what? Turns out it was actually Blade, and this is confirmed because nobody seemed to know who it was. Jake Hedge with another $5. You were not lying when you said let's get crazy today. We love you, Chris. Thank you so much for the support, Jake. You are probably my #1 fan. People who were saying that Stranger Things 4 comes out, everyone will forget about Squid Game. You know, I don't know. Squid Game has destroyed Stranger Things' record. And we're getting a Squid Game 2 and probably a Squid Game 3 at the moment. The original writer has gone on and on about how the second one should be a prequel. The third one should be, you know, them trying to take down the game. So I don't know. Squid Game's not going anywhere anytime soon. The hype of that was a crazy ride. And it was a lot of fun to see people get so excited about something. Honestly, I think after Mobius, the Sonyverse and MCU will get back to their separate universes and may cross paths again down the road. And I think I agree. Venom, except for Venom, Venom's going to stay in the MCU. There's going to be a Venom versus Peter series, and that's going to happen in the MCU. And that will remain crossed. But I hope the way that the Multiverse of Madness ends is that they get a hang of the multiverse. You know, they've used Loki and Spider-Man and Multiverse of Madness to explain how the multiverse works, but then they kind of close it down for a little bit, and they focus on the story at hand going on in the main sacred timeline of the MCU, because that will make for a much more comprehensive and fun storyline. Oh, you saw the Zac Efron series, Barcha? I loved it. I thought it was very good. I thought it was entertaining, informational. I really, really liked it. Where can I go get to see the Blade post-credit scene? I missed it. The movie theater. I don't know. I haven't seen it on YouTube anywhere yet. I'm sure it will be on YouTube on an obscure channel in a few days. Warren and I aren't going to post it because that's bad and we'll get in trouble. But it's pretty cool for sure. I cannot wait for No Way Home. I don't think anybody can wait for No Way Home. We're all very excited. Jake says, I think you missed one of my super chats. Sony ruining Marvel. You think that could happen? Let me go find it, Jake. I'm gonna go find it right now. I found it. I'm sorry. There were so many coming. I couldn't find them. Don't be mad at me. I'm sorry. Thank you for reminding me. It says, do you think Sony will ruin the continuity of the Marvel universe? I can see them trying to ride their coattails, but could they mess it up for Marvel? No. I don't think Sony has the power to mess it up for Marvel. The only thing Sony can do is be like, hey, you can't have Spider-Man anymore. And as sad as that would be, because Spider-Man is a staple character, not only in the MCU, but in Marvel as a whole, it isn't going to ruin the MCU. The MCU can go on without Spider-Man and be just fine. They have tons and tons of characters. There's already, in my opinion, too many directions happening. So no, I don't think Sony has the power to mess up or ruin any type of cool cinematic effect of the MCU. They could be like, you know what, Disney, we're sick of you bullying on us, being so much better than us all the time. We're taking Spider-Man and we gonna dip. They can do that, and it would be sad, but it won't be the end of the world. And then guess what? Spider-Man's gonna, because nobody cares what Sony has to say about it. Nobody cares what Sony thinks Spider-Man should be. And even though he's been hyped up, a Sony solo Spider-Man trilogy is just not going to make nearly as much money as Spider-Man swinging around with Deadpool and who else, you know, other characters in the MCU. Because that's what people want to see. People love Spider-Man, but the thing they love more than just Spider-Man is Spider-Man team-ups. And that's why the MCU's been so successful. You know, you hear cricketing in the background of people saying, oh, Tom Holland doesn't need somebody to be with him all the time helping him. He had Iron Man, now he has Doctor Strange, and why does he always need help? Because Spider-Man team-up movies do best. Spider-Man with Iron Man, Spider-Man with Deadpool, Spider-Man with Doctor Strange is the formula that makes Spider-Man so cool. Because Spider-Man makes mistakes and then needs to fix them and rectify his issue, and he's a kid and he's not perfect, and it's the humanism and then the teammate that makes him such a cool character, in my opinion. Who's going to play Doctor Doom in the MCU? I don't know, but I hope they do a fantastic job. I love Doctor Doom. One of my favorite villains of all time from the comics. And I want him to do a glorious job. I cannot wait to see that. Jake ain't upset. Thank you, Jake. I kind of think after No Way Home, Tom will stay in the MCU with Venom and Tobey will be killed in No Way Home, but Sony want their own Spider-Man and they don't have to share with Disney, maybe Andrew with Kraven. I think that would be the best formula. Because I think if you start bringing Tom Holland over to the Sonyverse, or if you start bringing the Sonyverse over to Tom Holland, it's just going to get annoying and confusing. I think if they establish, hey, Venom, Morbius, Kraven, and Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man have all existed in the same universe this whole time. That's the best way to do it. So yeah, Tobey Maguire dies and we all lose our crap because that'll be sad. But, you know, he's probably done playing the character. It's been years since he was Spider-Man. He's coming back for this big cinematic moment. If his character dies, I will be so upset, but it would be the most intense cinematic moment in a long time. Tom Holland remains in the MCU. He does his MCU stuff. He's got Venom to fight and whatever other issues he needs to deal with. And then Andrew goes back to his universe. And that universe is Venom, Morbius, Kraven. That whole universe that now doesn't have Venom anymore. But it's the same universe. And he can be the Spider-Man for Sony. That, in my opinion, is the best way to do it. Sony just leaves Tom Holland alone, takes their check from Disney, and moves on from that. Chris, I love the makeup of the Midnight Suns. Where do they rank as far as powerful groups among the MCU character groups? I don't know. They're definitely not like, oh my gosh, the Midnight Suns. Doctor Strange is part of it. Mephisto is part of it. So you've got some very, very strong characters for sure. The reality of it, and I go back to what Stan Lee says, is who's stronger and who's better. It's whoever the writer needs to be. I think the important thing is how much fun is it going to be. The entirety of the Midnight Suns is they're monster hunters in the MCU, right? That's the storyline. They are in charge of protecting the universe and the world, like mostly Earth, from the different dominion of possessed creatures that come out of different realms. So there are a lot of strong characters there, and it's its own thing, or it always has been its own thing. Characters are introduced into it from time to time to make cool team-up stuff to sell comics, but it's its own thing, and it would be cool to see them, we're in charge of protecting the Earth from the damned realms of demonic issues, and it'd be cool to see that as well. What X-Men do you think will be in Doctor Strange 2? I don't know. There's huge rumors about this, that Professor X is going to be there and the Illuminati, and Warren talks about it extensively. I don't know how much I like that idea. I want X-Men to be a very slow, very natural thing. I know everybody wants X-Men in the MCU, wants mutants in the MCU. I want it to be a very slow and very natural process that happens here. I don't want them to rush it just to get them in the MCU, and I don't think they will. But if you just say, oh yeah, Professor X from the Fox universe has been working with Doctor Strange the whole time, I don't know. It seems cheap. That's my opinion on that. Not a sponsorship. Mountain Dew just came out with gingerbread Mountain Dew for Christmas. Gotta move the light 1 second. You still can't see it. It's gingerbread. And I wasn't sure when I saw it if it was a move. I was like, oh yeah, let me grab that gingerbread Mountain Dew real quick. It's freaking scrum diddly, boys. Scrum diddly. It's so good. While we're on a little break, I'm going to drop a couple links if anybody's interested. Every now and then I post stuff on TikTok. Not as good about it as I should be, but feel free to follow me. This is my Twitter, where I post daily and a lot of fun stuff. Memes, news. This is my Instagram, which is a personal Instagram, where I post my life if anybody cares. And last one is Discord. Copy. And paste. And click. I just lost everything. Go back. Join. Sorry guys, some crap's going on. And if you want to become a member, click the join button next to the subscribe button there. Skip ad. All right, the break is over. We're back to talking about movie news. In Venom 2, the police guy gets those weird eyes at the end. What is actually happening? The weird thing about Venom 2 is it's all irrelevant because now Venom's moved into the MCU. I suppose he could have also moved into the MCU, but I think what the best process would be is he becomes a villain for that universe. And Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man comes back and talks about that. Thoughts on the Lord of the Ring Amazon Prime show and the War of Rohirrim animated film announcement? I'm excited for it. I think they're going to do a good job. They're doing a prequel to the Lord of the Rings series, which is a good move by them. If they try to redo it, it wouldn't be good. I'm just going to have to wait and see it and see what I think. It looks beautiful, though. All right, what else we got here? Trying to see what you guys are saying, Antonio. What Disney show... Why Disney won't show all 3 Spider-Mans? I don't get it. All right, let's talk about this, because I did 2 videos on it this week, and I got a lot of views. People are obviously interested in Spider-Man. No doubts there. The current Spider-Man situation. Sony wanted to release a trailer. They had a trailer set for November 2nd. Every single insider I know said November 2nd, a trailer's coming out. Sony wanted to show all 3 Spider-Man. Disney, and Kevin Feige specifically, I'm hearing, did not want to show all 3 Spider-Man. Sony wants to unload the arsenal of characters and excitement to raise the hype to all-time ultimate levels for pre-sale tickets and to sell out as many seats in as many theaters as possible. Kevin Feige trusts that we're already specifically enough excited that he doesn't need to reveal something so important, so that when it happens in the theaters, even though we already know what's happening, it's going to be a very unique and intense cinematic experience. You have to keep in mind, Kevin Feige has been very successful for years and years and years. And I'm a little biased because I actually agree that I don't want to see the 3 Spider-Men on a poster or in a trailer until we get to the theater. I want that cinematic experience. So I do speak slightly on the bias of agreeing with Disney and Kevin Feige. I think Sony's just trying to get as many tickets sold as possible. They're not worried about the fans caring if Spider-Man has got friends in the movie or not, because if they were, they would have let us know by now. They just want as many tickets. They're going to try to release the trailer close to the pre-sale date. Here's 3 Spider-Man. Buy all the tickets. Buy all the tickets. Money, 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 money. And I think Kevin Feige cares more about the cinematic experience for the fans than the money. The money will follow. You know, the money is going to follow. This movie is going to make money. There's no question about it. You know, and after the first weekend, when everybody who is us sitting here on YouTube channels, looking everything up, sees the movie and tells all their friends, oh my gosh, it was the best movie I've ever seen in my entire life because there were 3 Spider-Man and it was the greatest day ever and I can't even stop to breathe because the sentences won't let... They'll go watch it too. The money will come. Feige wants to create a cinematic experience, a moment where you're sitting in your chair and you hear a different Spider-Man's theme song and Tobey Maguire comes out of a freaking portal and you get goosebumps and you freak out and you remember that moment forever. That's what's currently going on. That's why we didn't get a trailer. That's why we don't have a poster. It sounds like, I'm hearing from a lot of people, it sounds like Disney's won the argument and we're not going to see Tobey or Andrew in the trailer or on the poster. They might be teased somehow, a shadow, or he looks up and he sees them, but it sounds like we're not going to see them in the trailer. That's what's going on with the Sony information. When's the No Way Home trailer coming? Word on the street is 15th to the 20th of November. Instead of Spider-Man No Way Home, it should be Spooderman Pizza Time. Jake, I thought Sony didn't want to show them. No, Sony wants to show them. Sony's trying to sell tickets, and they know showing 3 Spider-Man is going to blow the pre-sale tickets out of the water. And that's all they care about. So they're just money grabbing at this point. That's how I feel. Hopefully Miles Morales solo film. See, that would be fun to see. I sounded like Mr. Krabs. Money, 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 money. I agree with Kevin Feige on this. Okay, Justine, cool. All right, but tell me this. Why is Vulture in the Morbius trailer? You know, we were just talking about this, and I think Sony's just trying to grab as much attention and hype from the MCU as physically possible. It's possible Morbius has made his way into the MCU the same way Venom did. But I think it's likely that Sony's just trying to grab hype. Sony doesn't know what to do with these characters. They're not doing a good job. None of their solo films really have done. So I think, that's it. I just think that they're trying to grab hype from the MCU. Preston says, I think they'll tease the other Spider-Man, but not fully show them. I hope that that's the case. Let me ask a question to the 3 Spider-Man question for the trailer. Would you have liked it better if Captain America had Mjolnir fly to him in the trailer, or was it better to see it in the movie? 100%, and that's exactly it. Feige creates cinematic moments. After the movies come out, a couple days, they'll put trailers with the 3 Spider-Men in it to get other people excited. Hey, Madego, how you doing? Good day, good day, good day. Have a good work day, my buddy. Hope you're doing well over there. Haven't seen you in a bit. But yeah, and that's the question, 100%. Do you care about the cinematic experience, or do you care about having anxiety as you're going into the theater because you don't know if they're there? Those are the questions you need to ask yourself. You need to answer yourself. But we need a Morbius and Blade team up, and that would be historically really, really cool. Morbius and Blade, Morbius and Spider-Man in the comics are really, really cool team-ups. But they can make Andrew Garfield their Spider-Man. And I don't think they need to be tangling Tom Holland Spider-Man into the Sony universe of Spider-Man characters anymore. I think it's too much. Is the Fantastic Four MCU is going to get an announcement in 2022? Hard to say. I don't even know if we're getting the movie in 2023. I feel like we will. I feel like Quantumania is going to tease them. Teague, take care, man. Thanks for stopping by as always. But yeah, that's where we're at that. B-dubs, I did answer this question, but I'll answer it again, so pay attention. I don't know that we'll be seeing Phil Coulson. I don't think Feige knows if he wants to connect the Netflix shows or not. I think that, Feige said forever ago, the things that happen in the MCU affect these Netflix series, but these Netflix series do not affect the things happening in the MCU. So according to canon of the MCU, based off of that statement, Coulson's actually not still alive. And I think they can make the decision to make him alive if they want to or not, but at the moment, I'm going to go ahead and say probably not. There's enough going on. There's too much going on. We don't need Phil Coulson, as cool as it would be, as much as I love the character. Antonio, I think the Morbius movie is connected to the Amazing Spider-Man universe. And that's exactly what we've been talking about and exactly what I hope. There's no official truth to that yet, but if at the end of Spider-Man No Way Home, Andrew ends up back in that universe, and that's the universe that everything's been happening, and Kraven's there, that could be cool. When do I think we'll get a Deadpool and X-Men team-up movie? I think the X-Men are way out. I think it's going to be a while till we get the X-Men. We might start getting mutants, but even then we're not going to get X-Men. It's not going to start with X-Men. They're going to take their time to naturally and organically grow. Grow that. So that's my opinion on that. I look like Jesus from The Walking Dead. Yeah, I actually hear that all the time. I've never seen The Walking Dead. One of those channels only allows special followers comment and on like it. Wait, one of these channels only allow special followers comment and on like it. I don't know what that means. Scorpion and Vulture are in No Way Home. Officially, they're not. And according to rumors that I've been hearing, they're still not. Kind of weird. They stopped at 5. Odd selection. Jim Carrey in the MCU. Yeah, that would be fun. A weird person to play a weird character. Would I want a giant Care Bear to show up in Doctor Strange 2 as the main villain? I'm gonna say no. No, I don't. I don't want that, Jake. But thank you for the support of the super chat. But I don't want that. I very much don't want that, actually. I have not heard about a Daredevil season 4. That'd be kind of cool. Netflix doesn't own the rights anymore to the characters. Just so you know. Chris reminds me of Bucky with his beard. Bucky's cool. I'll be Bucky. I got it. I love these emotes. I made them specifically for me. I hope you guys enjoy them too, but I love them. All right, what else we got going on? I hope Jim Carrey and Bill Murray are in the MCU for a long time. Bill Murray might not have a long time. And I mean that in the most love. Because I love Bill Murray so much. But my guy's old. I don't know how much longer he has. Do you think Venom and the MCU are basically a multiverse in a multiverse? That question is just as confusing as the multiverse in the MCU right now. Nobody knows. It doesn't make sense. Jake, that's illegal. So I don't know. Jim Carrey signed a multi-film contract. Well, that'd be cool. I don't think Jim Carrey's going anywhere. I just don't know how long we'll see Bill Murray. I don't know if Bill Murray's just going to play the role of the benefactor or something like that. But I don't know how long. I don't think Bill Murray will be a long role. When is Kevin Feige going to announce the Fantastic Four and X-Men in the MCU? We don't know. That's the one thing I don't think anybody knows. You're dying, Jake. It's illegal. Stop it. That's banned on this channel. You cannot do that. I thought it was this channel, but Cosmic Wonder only allows super chats to comment on lives. I feel like whites only. I don't like that. I don't think that's not the same for Cosmic Wonder either. I mean, I've been on several Cosmic Wonder streams. Anybody can type. The thing is, he has so many people there. It's the only people who get seen are the people with super chats because his chat's literally just flying. But it's not set that way. So it's not his channel either. Because he doesn't actually have members set up on his channel yet. So he can't set it up that way. What are you doing, Jake? Stop it. Bill Murray's announcement gave me Ghostbuster chills. I had a good reunion on Josh Gad's Reunited Apart. I love Bill Murray. One of my favorite actors, without a doubt. Ghostbusters is one of my favorite. Super excited to see him in the MCU in whatever capacity it is. It'll just be nice to say it. Am I a fan of Ghostbusters? There you go. I just answered the question. Huge fan. They did the Halloween Horror Nights Ghostbuster Haunted House. Oh, so cool. I love the original Ghostbusters. Watched it several times. First one's my favorite. The other ones are all right. The remakes are all right. This new one, though, with Paul Rudd looks pretty good. It does look pretty good. Excited to see Harrison Ford and Indiana Jones again. You know what, Jake? I'm excited for that, too. I love Indiana Jones. I think Indiana Jones is a good movie. I mean, the original Indiana Jones trilogy is fantastic. The next one wasn't so great. But, you know, I am this way. I'm trying to think how to word it. Pirates of the Caribbean. There you go. The trilogy was fantastic. The fourth movie was kind of garbage. The fifth movie I thought was pretty decent. People are like, oh, just stop with the trilogy. We don't need more Pirates of the Caribbean. I don't mind getting more. You know, if the Batman movie's bad, it doesn't affect the first trilogy for me. It doesn't. I don't think it's that bad. Like, oh no, the fourth movie wasn't as good as the first three. No, it wasn't, but it's still more. It's more Pirates of the Caribbean. It's more Johnny Depp. The fifth one I actually thought was as good as the first three. Jake, that's so true though. Will I see it? Yes. Will I enjoy it? No. But I never mind more. I don't think it'll be as good. And I was very strict on this specific franchise, Indiana Jones. I don't want anybody else to come in and play Harrison Ford's role. I don't want the character to die. I just want it to end. Then I started thinking Chris Pratt would be the coolest Indiana Jones. And if they wanted to go back in time and show some pre-stuff between, you know, Raiders and between Temple of Doom, like what was he doing somewhere in China or something crazy, that'd be kind of fun. But I don't know if I fully commit to that idea yet. Hey, Chris, what's my favorite comic? My favorite comic is right here. I have it. This is my favorite comic. Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe. It is the coolest comic in the history of cool comics. And he kills literally everybody. He kills Professor Xavier simply because Professor Xavier reads his mind. And realizes everything Wade knows and dies. Isn't there going to be time travel in Indiana Jones 5? I hope to hell there isn't. Chris, am I an anime fan? My favorites are Fairy Tail, Bleach, One Piece, Naruto, Dragon Ball, hype to watch Eden Zero. I've not been a connoisseur of any anime, no. I haven't really seen much. If you count Yu-Gi-Oh!, Pokemon, and Samurai Jack, then yes, I've seen those. I think Samurai Jack's really cool. I just honestly don't know if it's a anime, so I don't want to act like I do. That's what I've seen. I'm doing good, Doc. Thank you for joining. Give me Chris Pratt or make Chris Pratt his younger brother we never heard about. I don't care as long as Chris Pratt isn't. Exactly, Jake, right? Like, I feel like you were probably like, yeah, no, Indiana Jones is Harrison Ford and nobody else. But then Chris Pratt could do it. Chris Pratt could do it. Who won the giveaway? His name was Harrison Coxon. He won the giveaway. But worry not, Alola. We started a new one with a really cool piece. Chris, do I love Spider-Man? Yes. I do love Spider-Man. I've always loved Spider-Man. Have I heard the Marvel team called Alpha Flight? If so, do you think they might make a movie of it in the MCU? Never heard of it. There are only 5 villains in No Way Home because the real Sinister Six will show up when Spider-Man has no help. But what if all of the characters are dead? Green Goblin's gone. Ock will be gone. Deadpool is so OP in that comic. Yeah, Deadpool's great. I love Deadpool. Deadpool's one of my favorite characters of all time. All right, guys. We are just about at an hour. All of you people who have subscribed, liked the video, joined my other socials, donated super chats, thank you so much. I'm going to go ahead and say, get your last questions in. We'll end in about 5 minutes. So any last thoughts, make sure you smash that like button. And I'm also going to shout myself out again on my Instagram and other things. So y'all just sit there while I make myself have more followers in other places. Follow me on Instagram. Copy. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on TikTok. And join the Discord. If you haven't become a member and you'd like to, you can have these cool emotes. Also, once I reach I haven't decided what the number is, but a certain number of members, I'm going to do a members only giveaway. Currently we have 12 members, I believe, but when we get to a decently higher number, I'm going to be doing a members only giveaway, by the way. All right, let's see what you guys are asking me. Hey Chris, who are the Illuminati in Marvel Comics? So the Illuminati is a secret group who in the comics have a few different jobs. At one point, they're each in charge of protecting an Infinity Stone. At one point, they're in charge of protecting the planet Earth from other realms. And in another comic line, they're just in different groups. One representative from each area, the Fantastic Four, the Avengers, the Wizards, the X-Men, and Wakanda. They're responsible for managing major disasters, Avenger-level threats. I don't know what they'll be in the MCU. Probably multiversal protectors, I would imagine. But we'll have to wait and see. Where do you get the 3 spider? What? What's your question, John? Where do I get the 3 spiders? Let me know what your question is and I'll answer it. Bring back Goblin Jr. Yeah, it would be nice if James Franco is in trouble with law stuff right now and Disney won't hire him for that reason. Me too. I'm on the time travel in Indy 5. I hope they don't. Yeah, no, I hope they don't either. Is it fun being a YouTuber? It definitely has its perks, obviously. I think I've worked full-time on YouTube for 4 years now, between editing for the Cosmic Wonders channel and doing my own work on this channel and many other projects. I do managing. I do consulting for other YouTubers. Jake, I'm gonna smack you, Jake. I think that just overall, it is a lot of fun. Yeah, it's a lot of work though. Warren and I put a lot of work into our 2 channels, and we're really always happy to see when you guys appreciate it. Do you guys think Hardy's Venom symbiote will bond to Tom Holland's Spider-Man? Oh, for sure, at some point, 100%. A members only giveaway? I want it. Well, we need a couple more members, Jake, or you're going to guarantee win because we don't have that many. But a couple more members if we can keep growing a little bit. John's a new member here. Then I'll do a members only giveaway. What's up with Franco? Some weird sexual allegation case he's going through. So whether he's guilty or not, I don't know. But Disney won't hire him until it's all cleared up anyway. Jake, did you miss something serious? What? John, let me show you. Here, I'll try to show you. Let me see if I can figure out how to show you. I hope you're watching, John, because I'm doing this just for you. All right, so right here, if you click this emoji, custom emojis, you get these are Cosmic Culture emotes, and because you're a member on the channel, you're a member because you have the badge, you're green. So thank you for becoming a member. But you can use my custom emojis because you are a member of the channel. So it's down, I don't know where it is on mobile, but if you're on PC, it's here, and you can access it on mobile, I just don't know where. Custom emojis, that's where you do it. It'll be near, you did a super chat this chat, it'll be somewhere near wherever your super chats are. Oh, I thought you were upset about Franco not my pointing. No, I was upset about your illegal pointing, Jake. I was upset about your illegal pointing. Makes me very sad. Oh, there you go, John. John, sweet. Jake, stop it! That's enough of you. Guys, if you're new to the channel or you haven't for some reason subscribed, please consider subscribing if you love to stay up to date on all Consider subscribing if you love to stay up to date on all major movie and television news, theories, breakdowns, and much, much more. We are posting daily on the channel. Spider-Man No Way Home, Stranger Things, DC, Marvel news, reviews, reactions, theories, leaks. We're doing it up. We're doing it all. Jake, with great power. Yeah, hit him with that. With great power comes great responsibility, Jake. With great power comes great responsibility. He's right. He owned you, Jake. You've just been owned. Did I like the Eternals? I did like the Eternals, and I did a whole review video on it. You can check it out. I did it a couple days ago. Take care, Kakum. Thank you for stopping by, everybody. This was a great stream. We had a lot of fun this time. I had a lot of fun. We will be back next Saturday. Last time we had, I keep whacking myself. Every Saturday, John, I do Culture Catch Up, which is this podcast. We do watch parties, which I will announce in the Discord and on Twitter. And maybe next week I'll try to have another new guest star on. Last week we had just the nobodies from TikTok. Maybe I might get Alley Cat, my wife, or maybe somebody else. I don't know. Or maybe just me. Maybe it'll just be stuck with me. But regardless, I love this hour every week where I sit here and chat with you guys. It's literally the most fun I have as a YouTuber is this part right here, what we just did. So I already said thank you to everybody for helping the channel grow. Few subscribers this stream and all that. I can't believe it. So all making a dream come true for your boy, and I'm gonna keep grinding, making out all these videos, and lots of Spider-Man news coming your way, guys, because that's what you're all most excited about. So ooh, a Spider-Man watch along all the classics? That might not be a bad idea. Are they still on Netflix? I'll have to look. Jake, your father believed that if you had a gift, you had a responsibility to do great things with that gift. Take care, Dorian. Take care, all of you. Thank you guys so much. Don't forget to check out my other socials, and I'll see you in the next video. Right here. Yeah, Alley Cat's my wife. Sorry, I almost ended it, and then somebody asked if Alley Cat was my wife. I got to flex that as much as possible, because who knows how I got such a pretty wife. Yeah, Alley Cat's my wife. I did it, boys. A nerd that got married to a pretty girl. I don't actually like saying goodbye to you guys, so bye, I guess. Bye, guys. Thanks for doing it the right way, Jake. Bye, guys.